What is going on, good people? We were supposed to do this video like half an hour ago. Yeah. But DJ forgot,
And
and
then you was on the phone for like 30 minutes. Nah.
I was on the phone for like 15 minutes because Emma wouldn't hang up. And then I had to call her daddy, and I didn't call her daddy, but she said I call her daddy. And let's move on. We are back for our Mae Young Classic review. We are finally into round two, week 5. So definitely excited. I thought this was a really good week. I definitely like this week. Good opening week for round two. Any overall thoughts, DJ?
Yeah, I thought this was probably the best week we've seen. The matches felt like there was one that was kind of like, well. I mean, if I blinked too quick, I didn't see it. But other than that, like the 3 of the 4 matches were really good. I really enjoyed them. And they almost had like a to me had a you never really know where it's gonna go type of feel,
Yeah.
which I like. I always like when matches are like that. Real quick, is it Conti or Conchi? Because I keep hearing Conchi from everybody, and I'm like, there ain't no H in there. There ain't not one, not one.
I'm pretty sure it's Conti, but then it's Michael Cole. So
No, Morrow did it too. We can't just blame Michael Cole now. Morrow did it too. I heard him, and that's what made me question it. Because at first I was gonna say something about it last week. I was gonna be like, "Is it Kanchi?" Because Michael Cole keeps saying Kanchi, and then Morrow did a little intro, and he said the same thing, and I'm like, Am I just wrong?"
I think it's Conti. I don't know. But I guess we'll never know. But getting into round two, our first match was Tony Storm versus Hiroyo Matsumoto, as DJ would say. Um, I thought this was a great match to start off round two. I love that this was one of these matches that could easily have gone either way. Again, like DJ said, a lot of these matches in this episode felt like they could go either way, but this one definitely felt like it could go either way. It wasn't hugely predictable like a lot of WWE matches are that we complain about. So I definitely like that. I still felt like Tony was going to move on. It just feels like the booking is there for her to at least have made it out of this round two. I don't know about the quarterfinals, but I just felt like she was going to get through at least this round two. Um, it definitely succeeded in telling the story in this match of them kind of knowing each other. They talked a little bit about in the pre-match video package that they've faced each other before, and I feel like they really told that story well in this match, that they knew each other. You could definitely tell that there was a past there. The only thing I didn't like about this opening match um, was it almost tired you out because you were so invested in it. And I feel like you get that with matches sometimes. You get so into it that you need a breather. You need that like a minute to step away and like catch your breath almost. And I felt like that was one of these matches. But Tony Storm does win and moves on to the quarterfinals. DJ.
I like this. This is one of those very like showy matches, I guess. Like well, they're both kind of showmen. They both have kind of are very taunty. So like I think that was kind of the story of this match. Besides, both of them being really good in the ring as well. Um, I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Like you said, I love the fact that you didn't really know where it was gonna go. For whatever reason, I thought Hiroyo Matsumoto. I thought she was gonna win. For whatever reason, I thought the way they were booking her, and plus, like we've seen a lot of the people who went far in last year's Mae Young Classic. lose early in this year. So that's why I was kind of leaning towards her. But Toni Storm did end up winning. So yeah, I mean, it was good. I'm excited for Toni Storm's next round match too, because I think she always puts on good matches. And I think as the deeper we get in the tournament, we're seeing better and better matches because it is a little bit less predictable. There is better talent there.
Yeah. Then moving on, we had Casey Catanzaro versus Rhea Ripley. I was definitely happy that Casey made it out of the first round. Definitely a big fan of her. I also like Rhea, so this one was kind of hard for me. You know, it had me kind of lost as to a prediction because I felt like again this match could have gone either way depending on the booking and depending on how they want the tournament to kind of play out. Was another match where I think the big size difference actually made the match that much better because there were things that Rhea was able to do with Casey that made that she maybe couldn't do with a bigger opponent that made this match, you wanted to watch it. You wanted to see, what she was going to do to Casey or how Casey was going to, escape her or, what they were going to do. It was definitely a good match. I liked it. As soon as Casey started to kind of fire up late in the match, though, that's when I knew, she was going to lose. It was sad, and she did. But either way, I'm still a big Casey Catanzaro fan. I hope we see her in NXT in the coming weeks and months because I think she's definitely a good talent that they should hold on to. But Rhea does get the win and moves on to the quarterfinals. DJ?
I thought this was good. It had that kind of David and Goliath type thing, that underdog type thing with Casey Catanzaro going up against Rhea or Raya Ripley. I like that it was, Raya felt like she was like the powerhouse of the bunch, and Casey was always trying to wow everybody. It felt like she was trying to kind of make a name for herself, I guess, to a certain degree. I think we saw a lot more of her, what she can do in this match than within the first round match. It felt like the first round match, it was kind of so quick and she was such an underdog that we didn't get to see enough. And I even said it when we reviewed that show. But I felt like in this one, like we got to see a lot more with the tornado DDT or around the world DDT, if that's what they call it now. And even the little head scissors that didn't look great as far as like Ripley's sell on it. It was kind of a weird sell, like she just kind of stumbled. But it was just kind of cool to see more of what she can do. I hope that she gets a chance to go, be in NXT as well, because I think she's somebody that could really wow people with her ability and her athletic ability and stuff like that. I think she could really wow people because, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I don't feel like you see a lot of women that possess her style, like her kind of that high risk type of a style. Like, I mean, obviously, everybody dives, but not necessarily the way she does it, with springboards and kind of that, mixing a little bit of lucha libre into it too, with the hurricane ranas and head scissors and stuff like that. So I like it. I hope to see her more in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Then we had Taynara Conti versus
Conchi, get it right.
Conchi versus the hometown Lacey Lane. I don't know what it was about this match. Maybe it was just better chemistry, but between the two. And I don't know how DJ felt about this, but I felt like this was one of the better matches we've seen with Taynara Conchi, whatever you want to call it. I feel like we haven't really seen a great match from her, and I feel like this was a great match with her. I don't know what it was, but I definitely enjoyed it. This was, pretty short, but nonetheless, really good match. I mean, it felt like this was a shorter match. I don't know. At least to me, it felt like it was shorter. But Lacey wins again with the crucifix bomb because nobody can beat a crucifix. It's how it is. It's,
Jesse Goddard, he started it, and now nobody else can.
nobody can kick out of the crucifix. It's just a thing. But I was actually surprised that Lacey made it to the quarterfinals. Again, I was surprised that Taynara Conti made it to the second round. So I just thought, okay, they're gonna have her beat Lacey too, and I was surprised that Lacey actually made it to the quarterfinals. Definitely, happy about it, but I was surprised nonetheless. DJ?
I didn't like this match. I felt like it was too short. Like I felt like it really took away from them actually having time. I didn't like, and maybe it was longer than I thought it was. But this match was like it just felt really short to me. It felt like Lacey Lane just won this one like out of nowhere. Maybe that's what they were going for, but I think it took away from Taynara Conti just because, or Conchi, whatever we're calling her now, just because like last week I thought she had a pretty impressive showing, probably the best we've seen of her in her win in the first round. So I thought it was kind of weird that she lost this way in the second round. It kind of like maybe even made her look weak to me a little bit. I didn't like this at all. I didn't like the booking of it. I don't think it really helped Conti at all. I mean, Lacey Lane looked pretty good, but it didn't really help Conti at all. And I thought that was the whole point.
Lacey just better. So much better. So much better. But anyway, moving on to the main event, and this definitely felt like a main event. This right here, I knew was going to be one hell of a match. And I was thinking about it while I was watching this match. I know people, and they even said it during this match. People always throw out the term wrestling clinic, but this legitimately was a wrestling clinic. Beth said that WWE has been in the or I got too far on my notes, but yeah, this was definitely a wrestling clinic. When you get two, veterans like this that can just go in there and just put on, one of the best matches of the night. I think that's when you get, really good matches like this. The only thing that was kind of made me a little bit depressed during this match was that said that WWE has always been in the forefront trying to bring Japanese wrestling to the mainstream. All I could think of was Yoshitatsu, Taka Michinoku, Funaki, Tajiri, Yokozuna. When they been bringing the Japanese to the forefront?
I mean, even now with Asuka and Shinsuke, like it's just like I mean they're there, but are they in the forefront? No.
Yeah, like I'm curious. I'm curious when they do this. When they do this, but I just really like this match. I love the experience between the two. There were some moves and submissions that I feel like we haven't really seen before, or at least haven't really seen in WWE. There were some moves where I kind of had to do a double take, and I was like, "Wait, what? What was that?" Which I definitely like. It breaks you out of that sort of WWE mold where we always talk about how you can almost call a WWE match because it's always you gotta get this move in, this move in, this move in. It's not like the indies where guys can do a completely different match every night. It's a lot of times they're very similar because WWE likes to keep you in that move set and that kind of mindset kind of a thing. But it was nice to see kind of a refreshing match like this. But I definitely was impressed with this match. Could have easily been finals to me, but Meiko Satomura does defeat Mercedes Martinez. I was surprised with again another one that made it. Mercedes making it, from last year's the upsetting defeat to coming again this year. I thought she was at least going to make it to the semi or the quarterfinals, but I guess WWE is just trying to mix it up and make it unpredictable, which we can't fault them for. But it's kind of like, but the Mercedes though, but Mercedes though. I mean, I like makeup, I do, but like Mercedes though, she a nice lady. I met her. She a nice lady. Anyway, DJ.
I thought this match was awesome. It was good. Like you said, it did have that main event feel to it. It did have that could be a finals type match feel to it. Could be a pay-per-view type match feel to it. It had like the big match feel to it, I guess, for lack of a better term, or any other better terms, I guess, because I've said a couple of different terms for the same thing. But anyway, I definitely thought it was good. I love the different submissions that they used. Something that we don't see a lot in main roster WWE is the use of different submissions. It's always the same stuff, and then I think that's kind of why this and feel like NXT too kind of differ from WWE. Kind of feel like they're completely different, completely opposite sides of the spectrum, because you see so many different things. And with this, you see so much kind of chain wrestling and submissions and reversals into submissions and different reversals. And that's what I liked about this whole round too. Is not this whole round, but this whole part of the round, as far as this first episode of round two, is it felt like it continued to tell the story, even just overall. You going into round two, you've seen these women before in the round before, and the defense felt like it was better. Like the reversals felt like they were more kind of on point in these matches as opposed to the first round matches. So I thought this was good. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was good. Definitely, I was surprised Mercedes Martinez lost. But another one of those matches that just felt like it could go, either way, and would make sense either way. Like I said, it's kind of one of those things where I'm almost feeling like the people who made it far last year won't make it far this year, just because that's just kind of how they've been doing it. It was good. It was good though. It was a good match. Probably one of the best matches of the tournament so far. And I love the not only the wrestling, but the aggressive aspects from each of them too, with the strikes and stuff too. They kind of matched each other in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, definitely. But that was your week 5 round 2 predictions or review, not predictions. We were supposed to do NFL predictions. I was thinking about that. We didn't. But I predicted that the Patriots were gonna cheat and beat the Colts.
I thought y'all was gonna get y'all's redemption tonight. That's what I was thinking. I was like, all right, they're gonna come back, and then they started coming back. I'm like, I'm gonna be right, and then I was like, oh, dang.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll be back next week for week 6, round 2 of the Mae Young Classic. Again, I like that they're still keeping it at least for these rounds 4 matches a show. I'm sure it'll be different when they get down to quarterfinals, semifinals, and stuff like that. But we are trying to really trying to get back to a regular schedule. But with everything that we're doing, it's kind of hard. We're doing the best we can to figure out how we can get everything out for you. We want to get back to doing Impact. We want to get back to doing NXT. I'm sure we'll get back to doing NXT regularly after the Mae Young Classic. And then obviously pay-per-views when they come up, we'll still be doing those. And I'm sure we'll try to get discussions back, debates, things like that. But be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Follow us on Instagram at ICW_podcast. And we will see you on the flippity dippity. Say it, DJ, the flippity.
Nope.
This.
Nope.
Flippity.
Nope.
All right.